Hey guys, what's going on? It's KrystalKollectz, and today I'll be unboxing the South Korean double jumbo card set featuring Toxtricity V. So there are 12 beautiful booster packs from 4 different sets. I'll go into depth as to where all these sets come from in English as I open all the packs. Before we get into today's video, I please ask you guys that you like this video and also subscribe as my channel focuses on multi-language Pokemon openings. Let's get going. Alright guys, so I already unboxed everything. It was a massive box. I don't want to make a ton of mess and sounds, along the way. So I have all the promos, all the packs opened. And just to remind you guys, this box does feature Toxtricity. In Korean and Japanese, it's actually called Strindo. So very interesting name. Very different. A lot easier to say. So here is the non-amp version of Toxtricity. I'm actually going to sleeve that. If you guys have noticed, I don't really have a card to compare, but you can see that the hollowing is a little bit more dull compared to the American version or the English version, as far as I remember. And here we have the amped version of Toxtricity. Really beautiful card, actually. I don't have a jumbo of it, and it's also in Korean, which is really cool. So it says Strindo. And we also have my favorite Toxtricity or Strindo VMAX Gigantamax form. Actually, one of my favorite Gigantamax Pokemon. This looks super cool in jumbo form. Also, the texturing is very thick. So that's one thing that's very different from the Japanese and Taiwanese cards. Usually the texture is very thin on those cards, but this one's very thick. So that's something very different. Okay, we're going to get started with the booster pack. So we're actually going to start with Sword. Before we get into the pack opening, Sword and Shield are actually 2 different releases in Japan and also Korea, since Korea sort of takes after the Japanese releases. As you guys know, in English, the Sword and Shield base set combines both, and then with Rebel Clash, it combines these 2 sets. VMAX Rising and Rebellion Crash. Of course, we're going to start with Sword. Just so you guys know too, these sets are completely different from each other, and I'll include the card list in the description below. As I'm opening this too, I know you guys are probably wondering, where do I get these cards from? They are from South Korea. I'll actually not do a card trick. Typically, sometimes it doesn't really matter to not do a card trick. I would recommend for those outside of South Korea, since a lot of places do not ship outside South Korea, you'd have to use a proxy shipping service. I did mention this before in my previous video talking about the new Japanese release for Pokemon COCO. Basically, you just have to Google search proxy shipping service to the US from South Korea, and from there you should find your way, since a lot of them are very easy to use. We have Drizzile. Oh my gosh! Wow, already from the get-go, we got Professor's Research Hyper Rare. We are lucky today. I mean, guys, I cannot really tell you how good these pull rates are. I'm guessing they're similar to English blisters, where the pull rates are higher because you're getting less than booster boxes. But that's very impressive. Already a Hyper Rare Professor's Research from Sword. Oh my goodness, that's a very lucky pull. And you're also not guaranteed any holographics, particularly from any side. So again, this is the last pack of Sword. I did not do a card trick. Oh, we have a Yamper here. And if you guys have noticed already, the Korean cards have very similar cardstock to English. It does feel different, but they have yellow borders. We have Grapplocked. Okay, we have Bead. So 1 pull so far from Pokemon Sword. Very happy about that. Okay, we have the Shield art now with Zamazenta. Honestly, very cute artwork. I do believe in other countries like Indonesia and Thailand, they actually fuse them together like in English, which is very different, but they still do things differently. Okay, so here's Shield. We have Glaring Zigzagoon, Citrus Berry, and... okay, so we got an ultra rare. We got Torkoal V. So you guys must recognize this from Sword and Shield base set. Again, it's split into 2 different card sets. Just to also show you guys up close as well, this one says S1W, this one has S1H. So very different sets. We're going to get into our second pack of Shield for all the Zamazenta fans out there. Okay. I'm only using scissors because they are a lot harder to open than the English packs. I'd have to go to war to open these. Mawile, Hitmonchan. We have a Quick Ball. Oh, and Dreadnought. So regular rare or uncommon, actually. A little different in Korean and Japanese. So guys, just so you can see, last Shield pack. You guys also haven't noticed, 5 cards per pack. Okay, with Snum, Glaring Ponyta, Vegasifleur, Rhydon. Oh, we have a holographic Rhyperior. Not bad, that is a pull. And one thing too to note, guys, no holographic border sadly with Korean cards, unlike the Japanese release. Okay, so we're on to VMAX Rising. So yes, this is half of Rebel Clash in English. It does feature all these starters evolutions. Okay, so we're gonna open this one, first pack. I have opened this in Japanese actually, unlike Sword and Shield. Does have a lot of good cards in my opinion. Okay, we have Doubly, we have Natu, We have Milo. Ooh, Appleton. So not a holographic on the borders, but actually looks pretty good with yellow borders in my opinion. Usually you would have holographic borders in Japanese. We're on to our second pack of VMAX Rising. So again guys, just to repeat, Korean releases do take after the Japanese releases a lot of the time. So we have a Gribbon, Growlithe, very nice artwork there. We have a Skuntank, and we have an Exadu. Okay, so nothing there. Alright, we're on to the next pack. So far, amazing pull with the Rainbow Rare, Professor's Research. Definitely a nice fresh breath of air after opening Champion's Path and seeing so many Professor Researches from holographic cards. Alright, final card. Oh, we have a Vikavolt holographic. Not bad at all. Okay, so 2 holos from VMAX Rising. Of course, the featured pack, in accordance with all the Toxtricity cards, we have Rebellion Crash. So that's the series that's really resembling most after Rebel Clash. Oh, and for some reason, this one has the Korean advert cards I always talk about. I guess it started in Rebellion Crash. Alright, interesting. So this one is just featuring the anime. Alright, I'm not going to do a card trick with this one. Okay, we have Hatenna. We have Barboach. We have Wingull. It's been a while since I opened this one. Special Lightning. I think Speed Energy. Oh, and Trevenant. Weird with the yellow borders, guys. I know I should be used to it since I have opened Rebel Clash a bunch in English, but definitely open the Japanese stuff more. I definitely like the pack art more of Gigantamax Toxtricity. Here's another advert. Actually looks really cool with the Rebellion Crash theme. It does tend to advertise itself. This is actually the card list to this set, so very interesting, and we'll keep that for sure. That's the one thing I kind of like about the Korean releases. Sometimes it has very nice adverts that feature the set and also the card list. Probopass. Ooh, holographic Stone Journey. Alright. I'll keep the polls respective to each set so we all can see what we got in the end. Okay, last pack. So yes, with 12 booster packs, you're most likely gonna pull something good. I can't really guarantee it. Every box is different, as you guys know from blisters, and also those collection boxes in English. We have a Heatmore, a little Phantom, a little Coughing, Mandibuzz. Okay, not too much going on there, just a Civic Sigilyph. Alright guys, so we'll go through all the polls one by one. So from Pokemon Sword, we have the Hyper Rare Professor's Research, really crazy pull. From Shield, we have the holographic Rhyperior and also Torkoal V. From VMAX Rising, we have Vikavolt holographic, no holographic border sadly, and also Appleton, very cute. And then from Rebellion Crash, we have the Stonejourner holographic. And of course our Toxtricity V and the 2 jumbo cards I showed you guys earlier. So I hope you guys enjoyed this opening. A lot of cool packs, and that's the thing I like about these collection boxes, the fact that they have 4 different sets. Again, this actually came by South Korea for 11 USD. If you guys want your own box, I highly recommend Google searching a proxy service that'll get you items from South Korea to the US or whichever country that you reside in. If you guys enjoyed today's video, please hit that like button and also subscribe if you enjoy my channel, as I do focus on multi-language Pokemon openings. Stay safe, and we'll see you in the next one.